but there are different parameters in the energy industry. For example, our connection rate with our neighbors, Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda, we are still below 30%, we are above 70%. So we are still struggling as a country. What do we need to do? Should be deliberate government efforts, which they have started on, to have connections done. The neighboring countries use a policy, free connection for all its citizens, and they achieve with a certain rate. That's one. The second issue that is relatively, can talk about are the rates, as you mentioned. If you talk about the tariff rates, we are in the same range. Actually, our neighbors on the manufacturing side, they slightly pay more than what we pay here. But the volume of energy, availability, and also there are some other factors that enhances investment in industrialization, especially access to the sea, transport, the railway, and extra. So, if you can say between 1 to 10, on those parameters, especially access, we are at 50%, based on their performance. Because they are above 70, we are 0 the rates, out of 10, we are 9, they are 10, or we are 10, they are 9, and different parameter rates. Because the domestic customer here, that's they pay more than what the customer pay in Kenya and Tanzania. The manufacturing here, in some bands and tariff rates, pay less than what they pay. So it is a mix of other variables. So you can't have one line. So that is in general that I could say. But are we looking at the tariffs going down? The government policy of taking over the responsibility of our distribution, the aim is to reduce the energy tariffs, but at the same time having sustainability of the sector.
Management are needed to be implemented. The other example I can give is what was presented in the report. What the consultant showed was that these informal sectors don't pay tax, but the formal ones do pay tax. And because we were in the end of the financial year, they spent a little more money on paying taxes than actually doing business. But for me, from my point of view, for a formal business, I expect that you should have an accountant who should be able to produce a cash flow.
Elected by Parliament through the acts of what? Through the acts of Parliament, we are at the receiving end, we are implementing. Nevertheless, we are collaborating with the Ministry of Trade to ensure that some of these taxes are structured in a single system whereby we can have URI collecting. For example, when we come to property taxes, we have local governments charging property rates. We have URI charging rental tax, and we are charging from the single individual. So we are making those collaborations to ensure that there comes one body in charge of collecting that tax. Then the tax can be shared